Welcome to Wacky Weirdos of History. Hello, I'm Keenan Bannister, and today's person of interest is Sigurd the Crusader. We will talk about his early life, his sea journey from Norway to Jerusalem, what he did while there, and then his land journey back to Norway after touring the Holy Land, and also what he did afterwards. Born in 1089, he was an illegitimate child of Magnus II, King of Norway. He had two half-brothers who were also illegitimate, which would become an issue when their father died. Sigurd, when he was younger, went on several expeditions with his father to islands surrounding Ireland, which is eventually what got their father killed, as while on expedition there, Magnus was ambushed and killed. Following that, Sigurd would co-rule Norway with his two half-brothers from 1103 to 1115, which is when his half-brother Olaf died, and then from 1115 until 1123 when his other half-brother died as well. The rule of him and his brothers is considered to have been a golden age for the Norwegian Middle Age kingdoms, and with three rulers at the time, it was believed some sort of show of power was needed, and so Sigurd was chosen to lead a crusade due to his experience in traveling. Sigurd set out on an expedition to the new kingdom of Jerusalem, which had been formed following the First Crusade. He was the first European leader to actually lead a crusade personally. He set sail in 1107 with 60 boats and around 5,000 men. On his journey to Jerusalem, he fought many enemies. Places he fought were Lisbon, which is the capital of Portugal, various Mediterranean islands, and actually in the lands of Palestine. During this part of the journey, his men stole tons of valuable loot. However, most would never make it to Norway, as it was left in Constantinople for the Byzantine emperor. Upon arriving to Jerusalem, he was warmly welcomed by the king of Jerusalem, King Baldwin I. Most of Sigurd's time in Jerusalem was spent with King Baldwin, with them even riding to the Jordan River, where he is said to have been baptized. Sigurd helped besiege the city of Sidon, with the city being captured on December 5th, 1110. For his help in capturing Sidon, Sigurd was granted a fragment of the true cross, which was allegedly the cross Jesus was crucified on. After this, Sigurd and his men left the Holy Land and sailed for Constantinople, but first stopped by the island of Cyprus for some time. After arriving in Constantinople, he visited the emperor Alexios Komnenos, but not much is known about what they actually did together. After a short time in Constantinople, Sigurd prepared to leave, giving all of his ships and much of the aforementioned loot to the emperor, after which he was given many of the strongest forces available for his upcoming journey back to Norway. Many of Sigurd's men decided not to return to Norway, instead joining the Varangian Guard, which was an elite unit which served as the bodyguards of the Byzantine emperor. During his land trek back to Norway, he visited many places such as Serbia, Bulgaria, Hungary, and Bavaria. In Bavaria, he met the emperor of the Holy Roman Empire, Lothar II. After meeting Lothar II, Sigurd made his way to Denmark, where he eventually convinced the king of Denmark to give him a ship so he could return to Norway. Upon returning to Norway, Sigurd would continue ruling, but that wouldn't stop him, as in 1123, he helped in the Swedish Crusade, which was a small crusade to crush pagans on a small Swedish island. Before his death, Sigurd is believed to have suffered a severe mental decline, with him dying in 1130, most likely due to the decline. Sigurd left no legitimate sons, just like his father, which caused a power struggle between multiple of the illegitimate sons, and caused civil war in the kingdom, with a feud setting in for several years because of this. That is all for this week of Wacky Weirdos of History. We took a journey to see Sigurd the Crusader and his journey to the Holy Land. Join us next week, where we will be discussing Saint Olga of Kiev and her ruthless rule over the Kievan Rus. I'm Keenan, and I will see y'all next week on Wacky Weirdos of History.